Hello friends, we are getting closer and closer to the holiday of Purim of 2024. I would like, of course, to share at least one secret about this holiday, something that is very relevant to our lives. The story of Purim can be found, of course, in the book of Esther, the biblical book of Esther, and there are so many amazing, powerful things in this story. I would like to focus today on one of the characters, Mordechai. So we have Queen Esther, which is the cousin of Mordechai, and of course we have the bad guy in the story, Haman. According to the Kabbalistic wisdom, the biblical stories are of course much more than history that did happen, but the message for us is much more than a historical story. What is Haman in our lives? Haman is a code for the energy of uncertainty and doubts. Uncertainty and doubts are the most negative energies in our lives that bring about anything and everything which is negative. The doubts that we have, the uncertainties, the insecurities, etc. That will be Haman. And to remove this negative energy of Haman, we have Esther and Mordechai, which are cousins. But as I mentioned, I mainly want to focus on the story, today at least, the story of Mordechai. Mordechai was born in Jerusalem and was exiled after the destruction of the first temple, and of course he finds himself in the territory of ancient Persia. That's where the story of Purim is happening. But what is the secret, the energetical code of Mordechai? What does it mean for us? And one of the secrets that the Kabbalists revealed, specifically Rabbi Isaac Luria, a great Kabbalist from about 500 years ago, and he basically relates that the Ari, Rabbi Isaac Luria, relates to the biblical book of Solomon, the Song of Songs, or the Songs of Solomon. And I will just read and explain. You will see it also on the screen, of course. The quote from the book of Songs, the Songs of Solomon, King Solomon: I rose up to open to my beloved, and my hands dropped with myrrh. It's some kind of ancient, very fragrant oil. And my hands were dropped with myrrh, and my fingers with sweet-smelling myrrh upon the handles of the lock. So basically, yes, it's like kind of almost like a love poem from King Solomon, but it has many, many secrets, and again, it is very relevant to our lives. So by the end of what King Solomon is saying here is, my fingers with smelling myrrh upon the handles of the lock. We're talking about, imagine a door, yes, metaphysical door, and it's locked. And we need some kind of energy that will help us to break through that door. It can be, again, a limitation, a blockage, just going to the next level in our spiritual level, or it can be just about everything in life, yes? But there is a blockage, there is a lock that is locking the door, and I cannot go through. And the Kabbalists basically are telling us that sequence, the name of Mordechai, one of the most important people in the book of Esther, in the story of Purim, Mordechai, within the word Mordechai, and you will see it, there is a hint for mor dror. So again, mor is that ancient, very fragrant oil, but mor dror, it means the smell, metaphorically, the smell of freedom. But more than that, they are calling it, and I will read directly from the Kabbalist, שנקרא מרדכי שפירושו מור דרור. We're talking about the fragment of freedom, real freedom, freedom from fears, freedom from limitations, freedom from anything that bothers us, but mainly freedom from Haman, freedom from uncertainty. And then the Kabbalists continue and saying, Mitargiman mira dachya, that special oil, the myrrh, the very fragrant oil, mira dachya, you can even hear, yes, Mordechai, mira dachya, and the secret, וכן הוא סוד, more over al kapot haman'ul, that energy of Mordechai, which is channeling tremendous amount of certainty, is basically over al kapot haman'ul. If there is some kind of a blockage, some kind of a lock, so imagine this beautiful door, and you know that if you're going through it, you're already in a different reality for yourself, for your family, for your dear ones, eventually, for the whole world. But the door is locked, and we need some kind of energy that either will be able to help us to open that lock, or to have this breakthrough, something that will help us to penetrate more over al kapot haman'ul, from the Song of Songs, from the Songs of Solomon, King Shlomo. So, this energy of Mordechai, the name itself, and you see it on the screen, Mor Dror, the fragment of real freedom, and something that is helping me to inject so much certainty to the most dark places of my personality. We all have certainty and we trust and everything, but then we all have those moments in life, or again, as I mentioned, those dark spots in our personality, that when we are being challenged, that's where I feel my fear. That's where the blockage is being felt even more. That's where my insecurity and uncertainty is actually attacking me. The energy of Mordechai, mira dachya, something that is helping to penetrate, to break through the lock, and to go through this door to the next level. And of course, help us to remove Haman, the energy of doubts from our lives. Ultimately, the energy of Purim has to do also with unconditional happiness. Now, happiness can be perceived and explained in so many ways, but one of the things that our Kabbalists are telling us, En simcha ke'atarat hasfekot, the greatest level of unconditional real happiness, it's when doubts and uncertainty are being removed from our lives. And that's one of the secrets of Mordechai. Mor Dror, the absolute freedom, and mira dachya, over al kapot haman'ul, specifically to break through, to penetrate through the lock that is holding us back. One secret about Purim. Next week, I hope I'll be able to share one more. Thank you very much, and see you next time.